Toxic behavior, the silent treatment. Hot enough for you? And the exciting thing I got in the mail.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit Hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Hello and welcome to a Taco Tuesday. It is July 21st, 2020, day 284 of Gotta Get on Ellen. 8 more days until my first speaking event. The practice runs are moving along. Not doing as many as I think I should, but doing a whole heck of a lot more than I had been in the past couple of weeks. Some very strange news. Not news so much, but I jumped on Instagram right before I came on to do this, scrolling through, and I see Mel Robbins. I don't know if you're familiar with Mel Robbins. She's a life coach. She had her own show for a little while. Follow her on social media. Very motivational, very uplifting. And I see a post from her talking about how toxic, exact words, how toxic the silent treatment is. That's exactly what I'm talking about today. She posted it 11 hours ago, this post on Instagram. And I had come up with the idea to talk about this last week when I was at book club, which I do get into when I discuss the blog post. So it's just weird. It kind of makes me feel like I'm stealing from her, yet I know I'm not. I mean, I know I'm not, but it kind of seems that way, doesn't it? Kind of irks me a little bit. Mel, get off my cloud. Yeah, there you go. So, you keeping cool? Is that hot enough for you? Yeah, yesterday was brutal. Aside from running a couple of errands, I stayed inside all day. As I was running around doing a couple of things, I saw the temperature in the car said 98 degrees. Whew. It was a hot one. I'm telling you, smacked you in the face the minute you walked out the door. I do have an appointment this morning early, but after that, I think I'm okay. I do have to go to CVS because, you know, I have those text alerts, and I have a automatic renewal for my prescription. And if you don't pick up their prescription right away, they will bombard you with text messages. And then they will threaten you. We are going to send your medication back in 8 days. Okay. I went there yesterday. They have a drive-through. There were 3 cars ahead of me. They take so long in the drive-through. So I thought, all right, let me go inside. And I never go inside. It's one of the reasons I picked this pharmacy. Drive-through. Very lazy. Go inside. There's like 7 people in front of me inside. So then I go back in my car. I come around. Now there's like 5 people in the drive-through line. So I decided I'm going to wait until another day. I don't need my prescription that bad. I am not even close to being out. I just like to get it so they stop harassing me with their endless text messages. It's very busy on the island right now. That's where the CVS is. Very busy. It's the height of the tourist season. That is. And being that a lot of people are not really traveling as much, I think everybody's just heading to the shore because it's just a car ride away. And it's just the easiest thing to do in the midst of these crazy times. Guess what I got in the coupon? I just blew it. Guess what I got in the mail the other day? A Kohl's coupon. Yay! I haven't seen a Kohl's coupon in months. It was only 15% off, so I don't typically go into Kohl's unless I have a 30% offer, but everybody's been hurting. I don't know if they're actually going to be giving any 30% off anytime soon. You know, they were closed except for online for quite some time. So getting back to normal with the retail and all of that stuff, I had brought up the fact to my friend Libby, who used to work at Bath & Body. She is the one that got me hooked on all this stuff, by the way, so I do blame her. I was telling her how I've been very disappointed that through all of this COVID-19, Bath & Body has yet to have one sale on soaps. And she said, yeah, I know. She said, they're hurting, though. They're really hurting. Just, again, the closing of the stores is just hurt everybody all around. So I'm still going to wait for a sale. I got about, 8 soaps. I think I'm okay. 4 of them are Christmas scented, but that'll be here before we know it, right? I have to go shoe shopping. Maybe I'll check out Kohl's for some shoe shopping. I wish we had a DSW close by. I think the closest one is like 45 minutes away. Love DSW. Such a huge selection. They're not necessarily that cheap. No, there's warehouse in their name. Not that cheap, but they do have a great selection. I have to get a pair of shoes for my speaking event. Picked up my dress yesterday. My friend Maureen was helping me do some alterations to it. So I got to try that on and do some different combinations, see how I would like to wear it. We'll see. We shall see. It's going to be here before we know it. I did something probably silly yesterday. I wanted to get a leg workout in because I don't want to lose everything that I've built up muscle and tone-wise in the last 6 months. So I did a very easy leg workout yesterday. I didn't overdo it. I didn't do anything that caused me to jump up or down. If you've forgotten, I sprained my ankle 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think I re-injured it. I was saying to my husband earlier last night, I think my ankle's swollen again. I'm like, it shouldn't be swollen anymore, should it? He's like, no. Forgot that I did a workout earlier in the day. Could that be the problem? I don't know. I want to do stuff. Come on, ankle. Get better. Get better. I want to go bike riding. I have not been out on the bike one time this entire summer. Not once. It's terrible. I can go kayak riding because I don't need my foot for that. Just got to get in that. Just got to get it in the kayak, which I was able to do the other day. But yeah, the heat has kept me indoors most of the time anyway. So I wanted to hear from you for today's topic. How do you keep cool on super hot days? Do you hit the beach? Do you submerge yourself in a pool? Do you hang out on a boat and then just jump in the water every once in a while? Or do you just stay inside? Melissa says pool if and when possible. Marcy says I would prefer to swim in a lake, but that's not possible, so I have to stay inside. Oh. Michelle says I just stay inside. Libby says staying inside. Mary posted a picture of her husband shoveling, looks like a couple of feet of snow. She says, I look at pictures like this while staying inside. And Andy says, my pool all day and last night till midnight. I got out to go to the bathroom, get food, and mix drinks. That is it. Good for you. Good for you, Andy. We do not have a pool. We do have a lagoon. I don't really jump in the lagoon. I will float. I will float in the lagoon. But it really only submerges part of my body, which is usually cool enough. Today's blog post, as I already mentioned a number of times, toxic behaviors we're talking about all this week, the silent treatment. I was at book club last week, and some of the women were having a discussion when one of them asked me if I ever give the silent treatment to my husband. I didn't even think about my answer when these words came out of my mouth. I refused to give the silent treatment. My mom used to do it all the time. I guess I never realized how much it bothered me. I grew up with the silent treatment. When I did something wrong, I was given the silent treatment. When my stepdad did something wrong, he was given the silent treatment. It would go on for a few days at a time. Got her point across, but we always knew when she was upset anyway. She didn't need to spend days making life uncomfortable for everyone. I admit I did this in the beginning of my marriage. It was what I knew. I never went to the extremes that my mother did, but I did go a day or two without speaking to my husband at first. Now I realize how toxic this behavior is. Really doesn't do much good either, other than disrupt everyone's life who lives within it. When my mother refused to speak to my stepdad, we all knew it. We all felt it. We were all in the midst of their fight. We felt like we couldn't talk to him either. At least I did. I know that some people still consider it beneficial. I know it's still used often. I know it is a way of stealing peace from others in the world. It's a way of, I'll show them. I won't talk to them for a week and then they'll be sorry. I'm not talking about when you truly need a timeout to think and assess a serious situation. But you can say that. You can tell the person you're upset with, hey, I just need timeout. Need to figure some things out. The silent treatment doesn't usually offer that explanation. It usually just goes into full gear right away. It's so damaging. It really does not help a situation. If it follows an argument, the person already knows you are upset. What is the purpose of making life uncomfortable in the following days? Just keeps it going. It's passive aggressive. And there are much more constructive ways to get your point across. Real communication requires actual communication. If you are waiting for an apology, can you just say that you feel you deserve one during the argument? There has to be other ways to get your point across without disrupting the entire household. I admit, my husband and I don't fight much. I'm not often in a position where I feel he did me wrong and doesn't understand what he did. I can usually explain to him why I'm upset, and he'll be sorry even just for the fact that he upset me. I'm lucky. I'm married to a saint. I know it is different in some other marriages, but look back on those times when the silent treatment was taking place. Did it make the situation better? Could there have been a better, more peaceful way to work it out? When you do start talking again, is it after another discussion, or do you act like nothing happened? If you just move on, then you really aren't over what happened. You're just tired of being mad, so you move on. It's not the healthiest way to go about things. The next time you're tempted to give the silent treatment, try telling the person you are upset with all the things that run through your head during a silent treatment instead of cutting off communication. You know, when you're in the midst of silent treatment, you're telling them off constantly in your head during all those days that you're not talking. Maybe find a calm, rational way to have that discussion with that person instead of inside your head. Take a break to think things over if you need to, but work on the issue until there's a solution. I know easier said than done, but there's so much hate in the world right now. Don't bring it into your house. Your home should be a place to escape all of that, a safe space where you can feel comfortable to be yourself at all times. Just my 2 cents on how the growing up with the silent treatment affected me. And there you go. It is Taco Tuesday, y'all. Hope you can grab a margarita as well. Now go out there and be your badass self. You know I'm cheering you on.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.